Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Kaylin coming at you with a video response to a tag that I was pegged in by Creative Redundancy, and I'll put a link to his channel down there. And basically the idea of this particular tag is 3 items that you do not have in a long-term survival bag or bug-out bag or whatever, however you want to call it, that you want in there. I'm going on the idea that either you do not possess it, or you do not possess the format that you want it, or you have it but you just don't have it in there. But anyway, so I have some examples of things that I want to have for that type of a kit, but I don't currently have it in there for various reasons. The first one is I have 2 tarps like this. This one is an 8x10, and it's the heavy poly type cheap ones that you can get at Walmart or Lowe's or Home Depot or any other store like that in whatever country you live in. But what I would like to have is a small packable version that would fit in something that would be not much bigger than this. You know, if it's something that packs down to that small, or even that small would be good. So if I had a really lightweight tarp, that would be good. But yet still provides the coverage that I want of something like this. I also have a 12x16 version of this, but I just decided to pull this one out as an example. And that next item is something that I have 2 versions of, and I just changed the batteries in this one. This is a handheld weather radio, and it can be set to whatever alarm type you want, whether it be just display or either an actual alarm or just the radio would come on for an alert. And I just changed the batteries in this one. So this is an option I could put in there. And this is, I actually took both of these to my recent camping trip in case someone needed one, but we ended up not using them. But this is the one that I do have. It runs on 3 different power sources. It's either a rechargeable battery, and you can recharge it by plugging it in through one of the holes there, and it's also supposed to be able to charge a device, but I don't use it for that. Or I have some AA batteries in there, or you can charge the rechargeable battery by cranking it. What this does not have is a solar power option. This also has a nice bright light on it, which is really good. But yeah, I listened to this one just for the AM/FM part, but I did have the weather on a couple of times. But yeah, if I had a solar version of this, that would definitely go in an emergency kit. But this one only runs on AA batteries, so if I had rechargeable batteries and a charger that I could connect to one of my solar panels, I could probably use batteries like that, but I don't have any rechargeable AA batteries. But anyway, a solar power version or a way to solar charge that would be good. And then the third thing that I do have that I do not have in there is this is a mini toolkit. I added a tire gauge for the bike tire, checking my trike tire levels. Just a basic tweezers, pliers. It's got a magnifier in there, so I could use it for starting a fire if I needed to. And it's got some basic screwdrivers in here. And this is has a few different bits I could put in. So I got a little bit kit there. But in this pocket here, I have some items for doing some bike tire repairs. So this is pretty much my my little toolkit for my trike. I do not have that in a bag. Of course, I had not put it in because I did not have the kind of bag that I would want to use as a long-term bug-out bag until I got a large rucksack. And of course, as opposed to having just a tarp as a shelter, I need to replace this tent because the zipper failed during my recent camping trip. So I fortunately had a bed sheet I could use as a makeshift door. So that is what I would do for shelter if I did not have, if I could get a better quality tent that does not take up so much space but yet gives me the room that I want. The particular pole system is what makes this one so bulky, is because the poles are integrated into the tent, and it folds out like an umbrella as opposed to taking the poles completely out and collapsing them down like I would the pole for the fly. So I will get a new tent, but I will actually keep that fly that goes with this one. I'll keep the stakes and all the cordage, and I'll keep the fly pole because I could make use of that. But for any other kind of shelter, I would want a tarp that is lightweight. That would be made out of I mean, this is fairly decent material. I'll even keep this bag because this is still a nice bag. I mean, it's just that the zipper failed and I had to put pins in it to pin a bed sheet up to it so I could have a door for some privacy. And of course I ended up having a hole poked in the corner. I think a critter got to it. So I'll be ditching the tent, but I'll be keeping the accessories. But yeah, I want to get a new tent anyway, but so either a small tarp that is probably a quarter to the fifth the volume of this, but still has a lot of coverage, or a better quality tent, which I do want to get anyway. So yeah, these are the items that I want to either upgrade or add to a long-term bug-out bag. I do have emergency food. I do not have a bug-out location that I can get to without assistance of a driver, because I do not drive. I would have to rely on a driver to get me to a bug-out location. And I can only go so far on my trike before I would have to stop and take a rest, and I do not do hills. You know, I have bad knees, so plus I have back issues, but that still doesn't stop me from being prepared in case of an emergency situation happens and I need to bug out of here. So anyway, I would actually like to have some more tools that I currently do not possess that I can put in a bug out bag. But I keep these out because in the event I do have to make a repair of my trike, I do have these handy that I can do that. And also I do have one spare tire. It's a front tire and a tube for it. So I do have that, but I just keep the other tools in here. But I want to add to this, or maybe just get another kit like this that I can put into a bug out bag. So, and of course upgrading to a solar powered multi-band radio with weather as well as AM FM, or a way to solar charge this one And this is a nice handy one to have. You know, it's got a pocket clip on it, but I also kept it in a pouch like this. Is an old cell phone pouch that it actually fits in, and I just added another piece of Velcro to it. So yeah, that is what I would do for my upgrades to Bugout bag. And now I'm going to tag 3 channels that I would like to continue this. First of all, I would like to tag Prepper Dell. I want to tag him in this. I will put the link to his channel down there as well. I want to tag let's see, I think I will tag Sue Nelson. Again, I will put the link to her channel down there. And I am going to tag Sammy way down under in Australia. Sammy Prepper and Bushcraft Australia. I am going to tag her, and I will put the link down to her channel down there. So again, Prepper Dell, Sue Nelson, and Sammy Prepper and Bushcraft Australia. I am tagging you 3 in this Bugout bag upgrade tag. And if you want to do this, if you're not tagged and you still want to do it, go for it. But if you don't want to do this tag, I don't care, you know. I don't care if anyone doesn't do a tag that I put up or that I pass on. It's all in good fun, and it's just something to help each other out. So thanks for watching, and catch you on the flip side.